Hey everybody, Knick-Knack here, back again for another video. This video, as mostly the few weeks have gone, is nothing special as this is just a usual random pickups video. And according to what it says on my profile, this is supposed to be pickups vid number 24. Now, if you actually watch my pickups videos, you know that each of them tend to have a theme. Like, the pickups before this was stuff I got from family and people I know in real life, or some of my brother's friends. The one before that, I think, was pawn shops, thrift stores, flea markets. This one, for the theme in particular, it's gonna be games I've picked up at local video game stores around San Diego. So without further ado, let's begin. Now, the first few games I'm going to show are from one of the game stores that I frequent a ton when it comes to retro games or games of that thing, and that's Luna Video Games. Alright. Starting off the pile of games I got at Luna, first off is Beyblade for the PS1. Like always, I don't really care about the manual or disc. Manual or box art, cover art. As long as I get the game and it works, that's all that matters to me. But anyway, like the majority of these games that I haven't played in these piles, I unfortunately haven't played this yet. But I got this because I enjoyed the Beyblade cartoon. And even though I've heard this game to be bad, I just got it because I want to. I doubt I'll like it though. Next game is Slave Zero. From what little I've played of this, I think it's supposed to be like a third-person shooter that has a bit of like arcadey elements to it. Like from what I remember, you're supposed to like play as this giant mech and shoot stuff. It seems like a relaxed, fun to play pick up and play game from what little I've played of it. But once I, of course, finish a whole bunch of other games that are in my collection, I'll probably get to that sooner or later. Next game is Psychic Force 2012. This is a pretty unique fighting game in the sense that you're like up in the air, teleporting, like levitating. One person's here, one person's there, and the objective is to like go down and knock the person, and like you are supposed to like sorry guys, kind of hard to explain, but you're just like flying around the air trying to knock your opponent while fighting them as well. It's pretty unique, and I don't think any other fighting game from what I remember has done something like this. So, Psychic Force 2012. Next game is Draconis Cult of the Worm. I got this because it looks like a decent action game from what I've seen of screenshots, and from what little I've played, it's like plays like Devil May Cry or just a random hack and slash action game. Considering I enjoy that genre, as well as the fact that I've read the reviews first to be pretty decent, I can't wait to put more time into it. Next game is Virtua Fighter Remix. This is of course supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, a remake of the first Virtua Fighter before Saturn. Anybody who has played Virtua Fighter knows what they're getting into, so I like Virtua Fighter, so most likely this game is awesome, or a great pick up and play fighter nonetheless. Next game I got there is Ready to Rumble Boxing. I'm not really going to go too much into detail in this game because I already talked about it in my top 5 favorite boxing video games video, but Ready to Rumble Boxing is a great fighting game with a whole fun, wacky cast of characters. and it's just a nice pick up and play game, which I'm going to probably keep saying for most of these games. Next game I got at Luna is Fear Effect 2. I remember getting the first Fear Effect on eBay. I unfortunately haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, because as always, yeah, but I got Fear Effect 2. Fear Effect, I know, is a pretty good survival horror or action game series, if I'm not mistaken. And there's some like lesbian shit that I'm not mistaken as well. But Fear Effect 2, can't wait to try it once I actually get off my ass and play a time. Next game I got is Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. This is a Grand Theft Auto game, so obviously I enjoyed this a ton from what little I've played of it. But if you played one Grand Theft Auto in the 3D, like past 3D realm, you know what you're getting into, and this is fun, of course, as I said, from what little time I've played. And I can't wait to actually play it more. And the last game I got, Luna Video Games, is Castlevania, Portrait of Ruin. Aria of Sorrow is considered one of my all-time favorite games, and my favorite Castlevania game of all time. So when I found the Igarashi Castlevanias, this in particular, for a good price, I decided to snag it. And as always, I haven't had time because I'm way too busy with school and playing other games. Yeah. I know I'm pathetic. But those are all the games I got at Luna. The next pile of games that I got here that I want to show are from a game store called Chula Vista Video Games, which unfortunately, from what I know, has closed down. And that of course is sad, because seeing businesses go down and close and people unemployed is one of the worst things that could ever happen to somebody. I hope the people who work there are able to find good jobs. Yeah. It was a great store nonetheless from what little I've been there. And yeah. Sad shit. But before I saw the store close down or heard about being closed down, I was able to snag a couple of games from that store. First game is Beyblade from the PS1. I'm a huge Soul series fan, as in Soulcalibur, and I remember playing a ton of this game when I was younger. Great fighting game from one of my favorite fighting game franchises. Beyblade, kick-ass game, and I'm so happy that I finally have it in my collection. Next game is Toy Story 2. Now, I remember playing the demo of this game a fuck ton and enjoying it a ton. I also remember playing the full game back then at our relatives in San Francisco, and I enjoyed that as well. So I decided to get this game from what fun I've had, and yeah, same excuse, but considering I enjoyed that in my past, I'll enjoy it once I play a full game. Don't let the name and licensing fool you, because believe it or not, this is a pretty decent platformer. Next is Evolution for the Dreamcast. Want to get this because I believe my Dreamcast needed some RPGs in my collection, so I decided to get this because it was good price and it wasn't anything extraordinary when it comes to RPGs on the Dreamcast. But from what little I know of it, I've heard this to be a good Dreamcast game. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think either Pete Dorr or Craig from TV and West talked about this game and how good it is. And considering they're some of my favorite YouTubers, I could trust their opinions on this shit. Next game is Colony Wars. I remember back then my cousin having this game and I played a ton of it. It wasn't like anything OMG awesome, but it was just a nice, fun, relaxing game. Just being a spaceship, exploring the spaces around you, shooting rocks and whatever our spaceships there were. It was a unique experience when I was a kid. So when I found this at Chula Vista, I snagged it up. Next game I got is Panzer Dragoon Orga. Unfortunately, I don't have an Xbox yet, but I decided to get this game because Xbox has some mad awesome titles, such as, of course, this, and games like Jet Set Radio Future and Shenmue. I decided to get this because I finally found it at one of my game stores after how long of it not being there. And yeah, I remember seeing a bunch of commercials on this game, as well as seeing it on this G4 show called Cheat and maybe Cinematech, and being in awe with it. So once I get an Xbox original, I'll probably finally start this up because I heard Panzer Dragoon series is great, and yeah. Next game is Fable for the Xbox. I know there's an enhanced remake or better version of it on the 360. I decided to get this because I just want the original kind of, and yeah. Like the majority of Xbox games I own, I unfortunately haven't gotten the chance to play this yet because I don't have an Xbox, and yeah. As for the game itself, I know the Fable series gets shitted on, but I want to see for myself whether or not Molyneux is a asshat people claim he is. So, Fable. Next game is Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus. My brother was the one who wanted to get this because, I don't know, maybe it looked interesting to him. Or maybe he's a fan of the character Vincent or Final Fantasy VII. I know this game isn't that good, but considering it's in my collection, thanks to him, nothing against him, but yeah, I'll probably play this sooner or later because I just don't want to just sit there. Next game I got from Chula Vista is Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, the greatest hits version, disc only. Quite possibly one of my favorite games of all time, in top 5, and probably my favorite platformer of all time. Great levels, great variety of enemies, great worlds, a whole bunch of great variety and stuff. Yeah, I think the best word to describe this is variety and fun. And yeah, Crash Bandicoot 3. Maybe if I go back to playing this more, I'll probably review it and see why I love the game so much. And last but not least for this pickups video is J Cocoon for the PS1. No disc, no manual and art, yeah. But I want to get this game because I've heard it's supposed to be an RPG. If you see there, the character looks like he was made from Studio Ghibli, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the character designer for this game was from Ghibli. And considering it's a PS1 RPG, all this stuff in general most likely will make me enjoy this game. So yeah. And here you go, people. Pick up video number 24 from local stores. And yeah. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Take it easy, and until next video. Later, guys.